The Sleeper app finally updated its ADPs, finally. A lot of new busts, new targets. Come check it out because now you see every detail about this new update. Finally, guys, finally it's updated. What a time to be alive. And it makes me very happy to not see Halliburton here on the 12th spot. And yeah, I'm very happy to talk with you about the new update of the ADP. And we have a lot of new targets and a lot of new busts. To kick things off, a hot take, because I know that a lot of you would not agree with what I'm gonna say right now, but Shea is a player to avoid if you're on the second position, first position, third position. I've seen him go I've seen him go in the first position. Here he's on the fourth position, which is not that bad, but for me it's a crime for you if you're in the first four positions to grab him. And I'm gonna tell you why. We're talking here about the lock-in format. How on earth Giannis Antetokounmpo can fall to the fifth position? For me, it's very clear that Shea is an amazing pick on the fifth position. Before that, you're gonna juggle between Wembanyama, Giannis, and Luka. And of course, the clear first pick is Jokic. If you're on the first pick and you pick Shea, that's a terrible decision. Remember, it's a lock-in mode. You need players that explode a lot. And Shea is very consistent. And of course, you can say, hey, Leo, but I'm very high on him on the season. It's an MVP season. Okay, he's an amazing player. But don't need to risk when you have Luka Doncic, a Giannis Antetokounmpo, or Wemby on your end. Scrolling a little bit more down, and you see a sequence that I don't like very much. Avoid LeBron, Cat, and Paolo on the first end of the last end of the first round, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm saying that they are bad players, of course not, but on your drafts and on your league, you're gonna be prioritizing the best value on each round. And here, if you follow the same ADP, you'll see a sequence that I like a lot more, which is Devin Booker and James Harden. I prefer these two over any of these three above. LeBron, of course, he's the king and he's very good, but he's aging. And you don't know how it's going to be the situation on Los Angeles with Luka being the star. And Cat, I have my concern because with Mike Brown, he'll not be playing 40 minutes. And of course, with the rise of Mitchell Robinson, his rebounds may take down. And he can see like his fantasy numbers explode less. So I would tell you, avoid them in this position and prioritize another players. Right below, Brunson and Siakam. Here, no way. Mainly Brunson. I really don't like Brunson this year. Similar to what I said about Cat, with the new coaching staff, he will play less minutes. Of course, he has an amazing usage. He don't miss games, but man, when you have such amazing options here, you cannot prioritize Jalen Brunson. He should be drafted. I think, on my opinion, he should be drafted on the beginning of the third. I would prioritize a lot of players over him. And Siakam, I like him very much for this season. For me, he's a sleeper on a lot of drafts because he's falling to the third. But on the 17th pick, like on the first half of the second round, I would avoid him 100%. For example, Kevin Durant, Donovan Mitchell, Operation Sengun. Those are names, for example, that I prefer over him. Jalen Johnson is not here. He's a crazy sleeper. He's a crazy sleeper here. And he's not here. I would prioritize him as well over Siakam. But okay, we have a lot of names to talk here, so let's get to the next one. Just remind you that there are plenty of names here which I would love to deep dive in, but I tried to make this video not that long, so please leave in the comments if you want me to deep dive on specific players or specific positions or specific strategies, please, because I'm only starting, as you know, and I would love to hear feedback. Okay, on this part, there are three names that I would like to comment on. Firstly, Franz Wagner. I would avoid him here because for me it's a very good player, but there's Paulo, there's Bane right now. His usage will not be the same as when he went off on his amazing run last season when Paulo was out. He won't repeat this. Or, like, I doubt he will repeat this because he can shut my mouth and be amazing. He's a great player, but on this round, on this range, on this area, I will not draft him here. For example, I will prioritize Josh Giddey and Amen Thompson. Josh Giddey in the 33rd and Amen on the 35th. Those are amazing picks. What a value. Amen with Van Vliet out, he will be the main ball handler. He will be the starting PG. He can play alongside with Shepard as well, but his usage will have to increase. You need to do more. And Josh Giddey, as I already talked about on the BLEAV in Fantasy video, if you didn't see, check it out. He's a steal. People are kind of low on him, and I may be like a little bit higher than everyone else, than a majority of people on Giddey. But man, he has all of the path clear to shine again. So if you're in this position in the beginning, in the half of the third, just grab him. He should be in the top of your list. On the 41st position, Josh Hart. Avoid him. Avoid Hart. I really don't like him for this season. On this range, of course, if he falls to the 6th, 7th, I would definitely pick him there. But on the 4th, man, in the beginning of the 4th, avoid him. There's rumors, of course, that he can play like going out of the bench, Mitchell Robinson starting. And of course, the main thing for me is not that, because I think he can play out of the bench and impact. His minutes will be meaningful, but they will not be on the 40s as they were in last season, like 38, 39, 40 minutes per night. This won't be repeated with Mike Brown. So that would be the reason for me to avoid him. And going forward, we can see here, for me, this is the biggest steal of the new ADP. Jalen Johnson on the 45th. This means you would be getting Jalen Johnson on the 4th round on 12 teams league. That's a joke. If you can grab him there and he stay healthy, you're gonna win your league. It's as simple as that. So if you can grab some Jalen Johnson on the 4th, just do it. Just do it. Going forward, two names that I really like in this range, Jalen Duren and Danny Avdija. Avdija, I already talked about him on the video that I made to BLEAV in Fantasy. But he's amazing. For me, I'm very high on him on this season. If you can get him on the 5th round and also in the middle to the end of the 4th, I would do so. I would consider, of course, you gotta understand the value and you gotta understand who is left available for you to judge, because there will not always be like an 100% answer for your position in your draft. And Jalen Duren as well, I really like him. He's already proved that he can be like a double-double machine. He can be like an explosion player on your locks. And of course, he needs minutes. That's the main thing about Detroit that would be like the main downside for me. If they want to share his minutes with Isaiah Stewart, this is something that makes me worry. But I really like Jalen Duren here as well. Further below, you see for me the second biggest steal of this new ADP. Chet Holmgren in the 65th position. This is crazy work, man. If your league mates let you pick him in the 7th round, is it? You should reconsider your league, the competitiveness of your league mates. This is still, I don't think I need to talk more about this, but this is crazy. I don't think people will let him fall this hard, because there's hype around him as well. So that's crazy work for me. It makes no sense. One of the most controversial ones, Joel Embiid. For me, that's not controversial at all, guys. We're talking about the locking format. Let me remind you, you only need one big score per week. So if he plays the first game of a back-to-back and drops you 50, That's amazing. You can rest my guy. You can play next week. Doesn't matter. If you can grab Joel Embiid on the sixth, seventh, round 8, man, just do it. The risk is worth the reward 100%. Be brave, my man. And I don't really think you need to be brave to grab him on a 6. It's just a logical thing to do. If we're talking about Embiid, we're talking about BI. We can talk about him, the guy who sprained his ankle and lost the whole season last season. But he's amazing. He can play, he can score. And as I mentioned, there's injury risk there, of course. For me, that's one of the worst risks is BI. But on the 8th round, is it? Late 7th, 8, maybe 9 if he falls. You should consider him like 100%. He's a target. He's a clear target. He can rebound, he can assist, he can score, no question about this. In Toronto, he's the best scorer. There's nobody that can score like him. So they will need him to score. So if he's on his feet, he's playing, he should be drafted. And of course, we have to talk about Alex Sark, one of the biggest names that I'm high on this season. He has already shown his potential. On last season, he played only 27 minutes, and he already showed like some explosion of locks. And this season, he has everything to play more minutes. I'm expecting him to play around the 30s, 30 minutes a night at least. And he should give you way more value than an 8-round player, 100%. So just grab him, If your league mates let him down, let him fall to this range, just do it. Further below, Ayton and Shaedon Sharpe, 2 names that I really like. Mainly Sharpe, I'm really high on him on this season. He's amazing. He can score, he can dunk, he's very explosive, and Portland, I don't know what Portland will do. I don't know if they know what they're gonna do, but doesn't matter because they will have to develop Sharpe. And he's amazing. He's a very exciting player. And on this range, it's a no-brainer. Who do you prefer? Tobias Harris, Shaedon Sharpe, or Jaden McDaniels? Come on, man. It's very simple. And of course, Ayton, who I mentioned before, is a very great pick on this area too. We're talking about late 8, late 7. I don't know if my math is gonna fail me, but he's amazing here too. He's gonna be the starting center on the Lakers. I don't know if we're gonna see him being injured as he was being very frequently on Portland. You should have him on the top of your list, 100%. I like Wiggins as well, but as I said, I need to focus on some specific names, the best things for me. And leave on the comments, subscribe. Please subscribe and leave your like if you like it or if you hate. Doesn't matter. I just need your help to keep doing this content. Going below, Emmanuel Quickley. For me, one of the best names as well. Quickley for me, on the 94th, it's one of the biggest steals on the draft as well. He's the starting point guard of Toronto. He'll need to ball hand a lot. He'll need to assist a lot. And his usage will be very needed to Toronto. He's been very wrongly tagged as an injury-prone player, but he's not. Of course, last season was awful, but again, we don't know how much of those injuries were really true, were real. But Quickley is a player who played over 60 games on the first 4 seasons, like on the previous 4 seasons. He's not a prone guy. So, of course, if he can be a league winner for sure on this position, on this range. So just grab him and be happy. To close this first part of the video, and again, leave in the comments if you want me to do a second part, analyzing the 100 plus players. Nembhard, Santi Aldama, and Podziemski a little bit less. I'm gonna focus on Nembhard and Santi. Those are 2 names that can be like breakout players this season. Firstly, Nembhard, very obvious. Hallie's out. Hallie's out. He will need to step in. Of course, him, Ben Mathurin, another player that I didn't mention here, but is amazing. Siakam, they will all need to step up. And Nembhard will be the primary ball handler. He will need to he'll need to have his usage increased, and he'll need to do more. So on this range, we're talking about around 100 is an amazing steal. Santi as well. Santi already showed what he can do on this locking format. He has like amazing locks with, I don't know, 25 minutes, 27 minutes. Whenever he plays 30 plus, it's guaranteed a lock, basically. Memphis does not have JJJ, Zach Edey, and Brandon Clark to start the season. Aldama, even if you don't like him, you should grab him so you can trade him. His usage, I got emotional, guys, sorry. His usage will see a tick up 100%. He should be considered. He's amazing. He can rebound, he can assist, he can score. Just do it. On the 99, just do it. There's a lot more here. Ozar, I really like him. Tomani Kamara, I really like him. Okongu, I can deep dive on them, and just let me know on the comments. As I said, I can't bring you more of this content, but you need to let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it. I'm Leo, your new analyst on YouTube, focused on points league locking format, sleeper. Make sure you follow me on Twitter as well. I hope you had a good time. I love to do this, so please, let's go together, share this video to somebody, and see you next video.